Floods can be devastating natural events, causing widespread damage to property, infrastructure, and even loss of life. To combat the impact of flooding, a range of engineering strategies have been developed. These strategies can be broadly categorized into hard engineering and soft engineering approaches, each with its own methods and goals. Hard engineering focuses on reducing the risk of flooding through structural measures, while soft engineering aims to reduce the effects of flooding by working with natural processes. Hard engineering involves the construction of physical structures designed to control and manage the flow of water. These methods are typically more intrusive and expensive but can provide immediate and robust protection against flooding. Dams are a prominent example of hard engineering. By impounding rivers, dams create reservoirs that store excess water during periods of heavy rainfall, releasing it in a controlled manner to prevent downstream flooding. Levees and floodwalls are another common hard engineering solution. These raised barriers, built along riverbanks, contain rising water levels, preventing the river from spilling over into adjacent areas. While effective, levees and floodwalls can sometimes fail if water levels exceed their capacity or if they are not properly maintained. Embankments, similar to levees, involve raising the sides of rivers to increase their capacity to hold water. Another method, channelization, involves modifying the river channel by straightening, deepening, or widening it to allow water to flow more quickly through an area, reducing the likelihood of overflow. Flood relief channels are constructed to divert excess water away from vulnerable areas, channeling it to less critical regions or back into the river downstream. In contrast, soft engineering focuses on enhancing the natural ability of the environment to cope with excess water. These methods are typically less intrusive, more sustainable, and often more cost-effective in the long term. Floodplain zoning is a soft engineering approach that involves regulating land use in areas prone to flooding. By restricting development in these areas, the natural floodplain can absorb and manage floodwaters more effectively, reducing the impact on human settlements. Afforestation, or planting trees, is another soft engineering technique that helps manage flooding. Trees and vegetation increase water infiltration into the soil and reduce surface runoff, lowering the volume of water entering rivers during heavy rain. This process also stabilizes the soil, reducing the risk of erosion and sedimentation in rivers, which can exacerbate flooding. Another method, river restoration, aims to return modified rivers to their natural state. This can involve remeandering straightened rivers, removing artificial barriers, and restoring wetlands. These actions enhance the river's capacity to store and slow down water, reducing the speed and volume of floodwaters. Wetland creation and restoration are particularly effective as wetlands act as natural sponges, absorbing excess water during floods and slowly releasing it, thus mitigating flood impacts. Managed retreat is a strategy where certain areas are allowed to flood naturally. This approach can involve relocating infrastructure and communities from high-risk zones, allowing these areas to act as natural flood buffers. While managed retreat can be socially and economically challenging, it recognizes the limits of structural defenses and the importance of working with natural processes. Both hard and soft engineering methods have their advantages and limitations. Hard engineering provides strong and immediate protection but can be costly and environmentally disruptive. These structures also require ongoing maintenance and can fail if design limits are exceeded. Soft engineering, on the other hand, offers sustainable and often more environmentally friendly solutions, working with natural processes to manage flooding. However, these methods may be less effective in providing immediate and absolute protection and often require long-term commitment and planning. In practice, an integrated approach that combines both hard and soft engineering is often the most effective strategy for managing flood risks. By using structural defenses where necessary and enhancing natural flood management processes, communities can achieve a balanced and resilient flood management system. This holistic approach not only protects lives and property but also promotes sustainable land and water use, helping to mitigate the long-term impacts of flooding in an ever-changing climate.